In this unit, we're going to talk about atoms. Now, what is an atom? We say an atom is the smallest part of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. Now, it is the smallest what? The smallest part of an element. This is the same as saying it is the what? The basic unit of an element. Okay, so it is the basic unit of an element, or you can talk about the building block of an element. An atom is made up of subatomic particles, namely protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positive in charge, neutrons are neutral, meaning they lack a charge, while electrons are negatively charged. Now, this is how the structure of an atom looks like. An atom has two main parts. The inner part, the innermost part, which is the nucleus, and an outer part, an outer region that surrounds the nucleus, which is what you call as an electron cloud or an energy level. So we have the inner part, and we have said we have the outermost part or the outer region. Now in the inner part, which is the nucleus, this is where we have our protons and our neutrons. So protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus, while electrons are located outside, where we're saying we have what? The electron cloud or the energy level. So depending on the number of electrons in an atom, you can have different number of energy levels. So you can have an atom looking like this. For example, you can have an atom that, so this is the nucleus, okay, where we have said we have protons and neutrons. You can have an atom having the first energy level with electrons there, okay, and a second energy level with also the electrons being here. And you can have another atom. This is the nucleus where we have our protons and our neutrons. You can have another atom having only a single energy level, okay. You can have another atom that has more than 2 or 3 energy levels. Now, it is just important to know that the outer part of your atom contains electrons which are negatively charged, while the inner part, which is the nucleus, contains protons which are positively what? Positively charged. Now, the difference in charges is going to create, we normally say like positive and negative attracts, right? So it's going to create a force that we call the nuclear force of attraction. So the nuclear force of attraction is within the nucleus, and it is going to cause now the electrons which are surrounding the nucleus to be pulled towards what? The nucleus. Okay, so this is how an atom looks like. When you talk about an atom, you also talk about atomic number. Now, what is atomic number? Now, we say atomic number is the number of protons in an atom. So, atomic number is the number of what? The number of protons in an atom. Now, atomic number is important because it also helps us to identify the position of your atom in the periodic table. So, for example, we can talk about something that I like, which is chlorine. Chlorine has atomic number, or is atomic number what? 17. So, you'll be able to identify chlorine being the position of chlorine, meaning that it's going to be in group 7, okay, in the periodic table. So that is just FYI, like it helps you identify the position of your atom in the periodic table, but atomic number is given by the number of what? Protons. Now we also have another term which is mass number, and mass number is given by the summation of the number of protons and the neutrons in an atom. So that is it about atoms. And when you're talking about, lastly, the last thing that maybe we might talk about is representation of atomic number and a mass number in an atom. Now we're going to talk about we're going to talk about chlorine. So that is chlorine. Chlorine is atomic number 17. So the atomic number is normally written down there. So we say chlorine, the atomic number is written as the subscript, okay, while the mass number, which is 35, we are going to write it as the, or on the superscript. Okay, so the atomic number is normally written as the subscript, while mass number is written as the superscript in an atom. So that is it about atoms. Another thing we would have forgotten to mention is that the number of protons in an atom is the same as the number of electrons. Okay, so the number of protons in an atom is the same as the number of electrons. This makes an atom to be neutral in charge. Okay, remember we said protons are positively charged while electrons are negatively charged. So we are saying the number of protons in an atom is the same as the number of electrons. So if chlorine has, and the number of protons gives us the what? The atomic number. So chlorine is atomic number 17, meaning it has 17 what? Protons. This means that the number of electrons in chlorine would also be what? Would be 17, as the number of protons are the same as the number of electrons, making an electron to be neutral or electrically neutral in charge. So that is it about atoms.